If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2014. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Today in the Finesse Monitor, we'll talk with Wisconsin junior Ivy Martin. She's primed to be one of the women to watch in a couple of months at the NCAA Championships in the sprint freestyle events, and she joins us now from Madison. Ivy, it's great to see you. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
So classes started yesterday. Have you been chomping at the bit to get back to class?
I'm sort of just preparing for the semester. You know, the beginning's going to be a little bit easing into it, but I'll have a pretty tough semester this year, so yeah.
Why is it going to be tough for you?
I'm taking a few hard classes, some like weed out classes for my major, but I'm ready for it.
And tell us what your major is.
I'm double majoring in psychology and sociology.
Very interesting. So I would imagine you want to be a therapist when you're all grown up and getting into a career?
I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time.
Okay. Well, those are pretty interesting majors. So I know that you obviously kept busy between semesters. The Wisconsin team spent a lot of time in Hawaii. What do you personally get out of the training trips there?
I definitely really like going to Hawaii because it's a time where we don't have to focus on anything else but swimming. And, well, it's obviously good to get away from the Wisconsin cold in January. So I really like that aspect of it. But, yeah, just being able to focus solely on swimming for a chunk of time is really great for my training.
Yeah, that big polar vortex that just kills the country. You guys are just probably like, hey, it's nice at 80 degrees out here.
Yeah.
Was it knowing that you'd get to go to Hawaii every year, or was it the fact that you're from Madison, your hometown? Which of those was the primary reason why you chose to go to Wisconsin, or was it even another reason?
It was a benefit, but it was not something that I considered that was like a big enough factor for my decision-making process. But it's definitely a nice aspect of being here.
So I would imagine, like a lot of college swimmers are in touch with their parents a lot, but you actually get to see them often.
Yeah, it's really nice being close to home, and if I ever need them, I can always talk to them and see them. And it's also nice for my friends who don't live in Madison. If they need anything, my parents are always available to help them with it, whatever. So it's really great having them close by.
Well, you started off the season very well. You were ranked #1 in the country in the 50 and 100 freestyles after your dual meet against Georgia, and you're still kind of in the top 5 right now in the 50. What was it like to start off the season that way?
It was really, really exciting because, I was pretty nervous for the season to start, especially my sophomore year. I started off pretty strong, so there was a little bit of pressure for me that first meet, but I was feeling great and coming off of a big summer of training. And, yeah, I don't know, it's just really exciting.
I talked to your coach, Whitney Height, and he described you as a cheetah. Do you know why he describes you that way?
Last year we were joking around, and he picked jungle cats for, yeah, I guess just because I'm a sprinter, and cheetahs are the fast cat.
So I think he's probably saying he wants you to go 60 miles an hour in the pool.
Yep, that's the goal.
Have you always been a sprinter since you started swimming?
Pretty much, yeah. I experimented with different strokes when I was younger, but it sort of narrowed down to freestyle being my best, and then starting out swimming like the 100 fly. So I've pretty much kept to the sprint events.
So I guess a 200 free would feel like a mile to you.
Well, I do the 200 free every once in a while, but yeah, I pretty much go with the 150.
Well, it's good to stick with those. You're doing very well in those.
Thanks.
You were 6th in the 50 last March in NCAA's, 28th in the 100 free. So what are you doing to get your 100 on par with your 50 this season?
I think that I have come a long way in my 100, and I think I'll do a lot better this year. And I think it's just a matter of getting stronger and kind of figuring out how exactly to swim that race. And I've come a long way, so I'm excited to see how my 100 turns out in March.
Give me an idea of what the Wisconsin team is like this season. It's a combined team, men and women. Obviously, the men are riding high after Drew Tidites won the NCAA championship. How does Drew's win at the NCAAs and your success at the NCAAs and all that, how does that factoring into your goals for this season?
Drew's one was really inspiring for our team, and I think it got a lot of people really excited. And Whitney says that the team that we have right now is the best team that we've had since he's been here. So I think coming into the championship season and remembering how we did last year and trying to improve on that is really exciting for us. And we're just like a big, close bunch of people, and we're all just really excited to swim fast.
Something I thought that was very interesting about Wisconsin this season is you guys only had one home meet. You guys are traveling to all your meets. I want to get your. I'm curious about your thoughts about how that's going for the team this season.
Yeah, it's a lot of traveling, and I think Whitney's idea of wanting to travel to most of our meets is so that we can prepare for NCAAs and the bigger meets when we do have to travel, and he wants to go swim the fastest teams in the country so that we are not, or so that we're prepared to race them at NCAAs. But traveling is definitely hard. It takes a toll on your body, but I think it's good for us to get used to that, swimming when you're not feeling perfect.
Yeah, I understand the whole thing about wanting to race the best. I think next year he should tell everybody to come to Madison.
Yeah.
So you can sleep in your own bed a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, Ivy, I know you got to get ready for class, the start of a new semester. Before we go, we'll submit you to our final 5. These are 5 questions we ask all of our guests on the show. So first question, I know you're primarily a sprint freestyler, but if you could change the order of strokes in the individual medley, how would you change it?
I think I kind of like it how it is. Start off with fly when you're still feeling pretty strong. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess I would change it or keep it how it is. Wouldn't really change anything.
Okay. Besides, any kind of work in your major of sociology, what career or job would you most want to have?
I think it would be really cool to be some sort of photographer, like traveling and taking cool pictures.
Okay.
That would be fun.
And on the opposite side of that, what's a job or career you would not like to have?
I don't know.
Well, you're young, so you probably don't. It's good to have that open mind and know that pretty much everything's out there is available.
Yeah.
But another swimming question: if you could change or add any of the rules in the swimming rule book, what would it be?
Change any rule? I guess maybe. That's a hard one too. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that question before.
Well, it's probably like the I am question. You like everything the way it is right now, I would imagine.
Yeah, I like it how it is.
All right, last question for you, Ivy. Where would you like to go most for vacation?
I think going to Australia would be really cool. Probably there.
Yeah, I've been there. I would say it's very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe you'll get to go there this summer for the Pan Pacific Championships.
Hopefully. That would be awesome.
All right, Ivy, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on all the success you've been having this season so far. We look forward to seeing how the season wraps up for you.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. Be sure to stay with swimmingworld.com for the latest in aquatic sports news. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.